Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. It's Crazy Art, and what I'm going to be doing is part 2 of how to make a clay ball python. So right now I just baked him and I'm working on fading it into white. I forgot, like something went wrong with the recording and it really just didn't work, so I didn't get to film that part. But, so yeah, we're just going to be working on coloring him. So how you bake him is you bake him at 250 for 20 to 25 minutes. He's probably a little less likely to break if you bake him for 20 minutes, and a little bit more likely to break if you bake him for 25 minutes. And I guess that's it. So you're just going to take an oil pastel. This is the cheapest way I can really find of making it look really good, the faded white. That's all you're going to do. So you're just going to put a little bit of white on the side, like this. And now, get a paintbrush and just like kind of wipe it a little bit and wipe it into the top, like that. And so it fades into it. And all you have to do is just keep doing that until it goes throughout the whole entire body, and then we'll get on to painting. I will see you guys in a little. So I blended that all together. I don't know if you can see too well, but it's all blended. There is some white fading. Now it's moving on to the actual paint job. Now to do this, you are going to need some paint, and what I would suggest using is not like super fancy paint, because that is probably going to be like shiny and it doesn't make it look very realistic. I've tried that myself and trust me, it doesn't. So just move everything aside. I'm going to be using paint markers, but you can also use paint. You need to wait for the paint to get through. I don't know if you can see, but it is getting through. It's almost down. Oh, there comes a little. I've got paint. Okay, now it's time to do the drawing. For this, I need a reference picture. So this is what they look like. Okay. Let's use this as a reference. Okay. Right. I'm actually going to use a different reference picture because that one didn't look quite like. Okay, wait. Okay. Now I've got my reference picture. I'm gonna say you always want to use reference pictures, no matter how good you are. You always want to use reference pictures. Okay, so we just finished the head, and this is the pattern you are going to want to go for. It's a very interesting pattern, and it's kind of, I'm sorry, there's not a lot of light in here, so you can't see too well, but it's kind of like a V shape with like very big things at the end, and then there's stripes on the sides next to their eyes, and two like little things on the side. And now let's get into the pattern. Now the pattern is basically what you're going to do is, okay, so first before we continue any of this, we are going to I just had a thought and I forget. Never mind, I just realized it won't work, and I don't think it's never mind. Forget I said anything. So now, really all you need to know is if your paint markers paintbrush is too thick, all you have to do is take a colored pencil, and I need this very thin line right there that I would have touched the head if I hadn't have done that. So and you can totally use colored pencils too. I feel like colored pencils are definitely pretty easy. Now that I'm doing it, I realize they're pretty easy to use. And you can use them for really small details, so I do suggest that. But for now, I'm just going to use this for just the stripe. All you need to do is make a stripe down the back first. You really don't need to pay attention to anything like where to make big spots and where to make dots and all of that. We are going to just do that later, but right now, just focus on this. Once you got that nice stripe, now you can just randomly go ahead and make it just going down like this. Like that little random thing. You want to do that a lot. Make sure it's not going down the whole body. You can also make big splotches like right here. And just do that along the whole body. Done? No, sorry. Once you're done, it should look something like this. You're then going to want to take your colored pencil and make some lines going down. In some places, you really don't want. See, this is very rare. See, you can do this, but make sure it's really only going down a little bit. Sometimes you can make things like this, where it's kind of like, split. You see that? I don't know if you can see too well, but it is split right there. And that's how you do it. Just continue with that, making stuff go down just a little bit more. And you can add in a bit more detail with your black colored pencil rather than the thick paint marker, or if you have a thin one, that would be good too. Once I'm finished with that step, we're pretty much done. All you have to do is take your colored pencil and make kind of just random dots all over the place. Just like that little dot right there. Keep doing that. It can be small ones and big ones, and it really doesn't matter how you do it, but it'll probably look good anyway, because it's a ball python. Come on, it can't get any more random than that. So just ball pythons in general can get really what was I gonna say? Sorry, I lost track of what I was gonna say. They can get really different and morphs. Like you can have one that looks totally different from another, but it's the same morph. So I can say I'm done, but later I can even go in with more if I wanted to. Just like that, you are done with your ball python. I really like how this turned out. I think it turned out super well, and I think I did succeed. I'm really happy with it. I think you guys should definitely, if you have friends who really, really like ball pythons, I think you should definitely send this video to them. I think they'll probably find it really helpful. I really hope you enjoyed this. You can also give it as a gift. But bye. Subscribe and like.